is there any neuroscientists in listening to this conversation? Then make a judgment. Who's been actually actively right about it? Take a glance at it. I don't really need to think about it. By looking into any sentence, I don't really need to actually, think about it. I don't really read anything. Oh, I didn't read any Korean sentence that might be. I only actually read a nun or like this. That's all I read. I don't know much about anything. You know what? I never thought about anything. Any sentence. I don't really know what it would be. 3 very unusual first dates. Love for everyone. This is, first documentary series of 3 different episodes. 3 very unusual first dates. Love for all. New work in a new homeland. It's very easy. They sat 3 different attorneys. 1, 2, 3, 3 different attorneys in NSU process as a here, Stahl, Strun. These are their name. And WBDR, this travels, to travel. Heisen, to travel, or you can actually see the travel. Or a fascinating fluke airports, and the great airports in Germany. I don't really need to. Witness protection life under the actual environment camouflage. When people love dolls. And being in a literally violation against women. 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 Beloved and praised and completely pummeled. Because, those people, women, as in a pummeled figure. Just like, this change. 죽여버리고 싶다. I don't really need to think about it. Literally conduct your experiment with LSD, the comeback of the hippie drug. Experiment, conductor. Sie experimentieren. Literally, this is really a noun and a verb, because this is a really imperative form to be the original one. To experiment, to conduct experiment, to conduct experiment, to experiment, to experiment. I don't really need to think about it. Loverboy, the new great way, very, troublesome and heinous. Myth of the monogamy, love in the new life on the way, love in a new way. And the very deceiving love on the way of internet lawbreakers and abusers. I don't really need to. Natural catastrophes and a weather condition of terribleness and catastrophe. When the weather completely, plays itself to be crazy to make the wrong choices by creating a natural disasters. I don't really need to. The husband who actually buried one's own wife. The husband who buried one's own wife. I don't really need to think about it. Note regime. Unbeloved coalition. I don't really need to think about it. The full case of the Audi and the cheap daily products, living products from the Far East, like China, in a cans. Narcissism and its victim. And a young and houseless, homeless. Panama Papers and the very dark side of the rich offshore companies. And a dour, lasting camper, living and truly living and residing in the campsite and camping site. This is really imperative. 그래. 나 한국어 진짜 더 빨리 읽을 수 있는데 이 정도면 이거 정말이요. I don't really need it. Bielendorfer with a Halferschmitzer in a Leverkusen. It's really easy. Live with, more of a partners, a polyamorous family, polyamorous pattern and family. Live with the multiple partners. I don't really need to think. Just 1 second. Alcohol children. Disability coming from alcohol during the pregnancy. I don't really need to think. 11 singles on the way to search for great happiness by trying their luck. 7 citizens, Dracula's, and it's a Transylvanian region throughout this Romanian forest. Transylvanian region. It's really easy. I don't really need to think about it. 3 unusual first dates. I don't really need to. Drop out in Germany. Leave a life without electricity and water. And disappeared. The parents search their children. Parents search their children. Disappeared. The child, the one who survived abortion. The child, the one survived the one's own abortion. It's really easy. Grown up with a Down syndrome, to actually make themselves to be growing up with a Down syndrome, to grow up with a Down syndrome, to grow up with a Down syndrome, or you can actually say they're growing up with a Down syndrome, or to grow up with a Down syndrome, to become an adult with Down syndrome. That's what it has been said. Pregnant lady with fatally sick child, to actually bring out to the world when you tried really your best, even at the cost of your life. I don't really need to think. He could actually be my son. It's really easy. I don't really need to think. He could even actually be my son. You know what? Literally a pregnant lady with a fatally seriously ill child brings it to this world by giving birth. When you even actually dies, when you even actually faces trouble, and already calculated Alps. And I will say again, when young parents die, criminal claims, and their $1 million business. I don't really need to think about it. To me, it's very easy. Sustainable Alps tourism. I don't really need to. Sexual harassment and violence and the consciencelessness of the women. WOMEN. And I know, with very sick kids, I can die, or I could actually be dead. When I actually, when I be dead, I could actually die. I don't really need to think about it. Women, female sterilization, young women with no child wish or hope for children. I don't really need to think about it. Tommy in life. No more Germany. The final come out of Pattaya. Cheap groceries are from the far distant east in China, in the canned goods and grocery products. The case of the Audi, the true crime, murder within the day, the murder Germany. I don't really need to think about it. Already actually figured out, completely checked out Algolia in Bavarian region, travel, California, Highway 1. I don't really need to. The weekend trip to Budapest. It's really easy. My child was murdered in a fight against justice. My child was murdered in a fight against justice. I don't really need to. Would actually be killed. That was indeed somehow killed. I don't really need to think about it. I was really quick. I never actually said. 생각한 적 없거든요. was인데 would라고 나와서 다시 말한 것 뿐이거든요. 잘못 나왔어요. would라고 해서. Never actually, I never hesitated. I'm not lying. 그럼 동사 먼저 말합니다. I will not actually leave no longer. I don't really want to leave anymore. The death cases of, death health. I no longer have a desire to leave anymore. The controversial fight against for assisted killing and assisted murder because one wants to discontinue one's life, okay? Bayer Monsanto, a company that actually seeking a merger in competition with the consequences. Literally parents are behind the bars, and what would actually come out of my children? What would actually my children become after that? Islamic, Czechoslovakian and Chechen people in Germany, Chechen people. It's really Chechen people. I have to say the Islamic Chechen people, the special district in Russia, in Germany, they were completely isolated and dangerous Islamic Chechen people. I don't really need to. I'm Sophia. Leave as a transgender child. It's really easy. Completely out of travel, out of time, and a 1.5 year in camper. I don't know. Ano is a bipolar. Today, euphoric, and tomorrow depressive. It's very obvious. Sick child. I can die if I ever be dead. If I were be dead. It's really easy. Their parents, never wanted us to be married. I I don't really know. I have to write it down. 적어. 목 아플 땐 적어. 소리 무식하게 들으지 말고 적자 적어. 생각한 적도 없고 아무것도 한 적 없는데 다시 볼 필요도 없어. 자요. 정말 너무 쉽잖아. 자꾸 말을 하다 보면 목이 아프니까 잘못 나와요. 기운 없어요. 적어야 돼. 나는 흘린 게 아닌데. Never. Sadly, seriously, what do I need to do? My question is why I feel so angry. Why can't they read my mind? Can I actually not speak and do something about it? Can you just fucking read my mind? And can I be connected to any, gadget? Because I don't really need to think about it. I'm this quick. Let me actually show you how quickly I can actually do it. It's very quick. Almost, unbelievably quick. Let me show you. Alexa, how powerful is Amazon? Alexa, how powerful is Amazon? The most beautiful dream island in 2019. I don't really need to think about it. Torstenstadt literature at night. Friese brought for grandma. In a stratters, this a manor househalter, the mainly homeland in household. I don't really need to already figure out the Garda Sea. First, first time trial for Abby, then after that what? When the actual birth would have become deadliest nightmare. When the birth would have become the nightmare, would have become Verda. Horse-friendly riding by actually, making one's horse riding without trial for wrong, conscious. Horse-friendly riding without conscious badness and feelings that would actually, harass animals. I don't really need to abuse in a luge. These are children who never had any problem to be protected. No, they never been actually protected. They never been protected. I cannot speak because I really have to. That's really the reason. They are not protected. Never been protected. Never been protected. Protected. I really cannot speak out at this moment. I don't know. I don't really think.